I want to know something. Which is more exciting for you? The league coming back, as in the European League coming back, or the MPFL coming back?
Tough question, actually, but I'm not going to lie. I'm happy that the MPFL is coming back. I've always been a lover of the MPFL, and I'm not going to lie about it. If you go to my bio, you see there I'm addicted to the MPFL. The league may not be good in terms of what it gives, but I know that when I speak as a journalist, if I say something on if I say something about
Premier
Rashford,
League.
let me just say, okay, let me pick Manchester United. If I say something about Rashford, I know
You ask
that
for your source.
I know that a Laurie Whitwell, a Kalanka of the Athletic, they have better opinion. Talking about people like that, I know that if I say something about Tottenham Hotspur, Roberto De Zerbi, a Jaris of the Athletic will have better opinion. These are just people. So if I'm speaking on the MPFL or I'm speaking about Nigerian football, I should also be a force when I'm saying, okay, I'm talking about this thing. If I'm talking about the MPFL, talking about one MPFL player, he cannot have better. He cannot
Information.
be able to say, okay, this is something he has leverage over more than me. So that's why I would always pick the MPFL. I know it's hard, even though we try to jostle talking about European football, but this is our league, and it's just something I have to build myself. It's just something I have built myself over, and I'll also continue to do it regularly because this is where I'm the king.
Well,
This is where I'm the
Mikolo,
boss.
Mikolo, let me ask you this. Before, I mean, a couple of seasons ago, you know that there's a Nigerian league, you're a fan of Arsenal, there's European football, fan of Cristiano Ronaldo, and all of these things. Now you are not inside. You have produced products, content that you can, in 50 years from now, you can look back and say,
Yeah,
I
we did
was
that.
part of the team. I play a key role in seeing this thing happen. What does the MPFL now mean to you? For me, it means this is where I play football. This is where every claim that I have to football, this is where it started from. Right? And the joy that it brings, apart from watching on TV, this is where I got involved in it. So what does it now mean to you? Because it becomes, for me, it becomes a part of you. Like your university, Unilag will always be part of you.
yeah.
It's engraved in your heart.
yeah.
Your secondary school, your primary school, the Bariga, where you grew up, is engraved in the tablets of your heart. How does the MPFL work for you?
The MPFL to me is livelihood. Livelihood
I
basically.
like that.
His livelihood is validation. I'm an authority here, just like what you said. Like this is primary. Now, there are other journalists as well. But to be an MPFL journalist at this point is even more important than being a European level journalist. I can say that for a fact. When I make it, making it as I am, covering the MPFL, covering the AFCON, covering African teams in the World Cup, I am more important to Nigeria's GDP and Nigeria's progress and wherever Nigeria will be in the next 30 years than anybody that is talking Premier League primarily. It's as simple as that.
Well, you've held them, the superstars.
It's just straight up.
The superstars that we have on the show. And most times people think that, oh, we just want to ignore the MPFL. We don't talk about the MPFL. To me, the MPFL is my bread and butter. I always say it. When they say secure the bread, secure the bread. MPFL is our bakery that brings the bread.
Yeah.
And if we don't take it serious and we behave like the DG of the National Sports Commission that says it's not our bet track, forget about football, go to do fencing, serial killer sports, as I like to call it. It doesn't work like that for us. We cannot forget football.
an ignorant
We
statement.
cannot ignore the MPFL because it is our bakery. And without our bakery, there's no bread. I've always said that I cannot give you story about Arsenal better than AFTV, better than Sky Sports, better than BBC, better than ITV. But you know what? I have produced this league. I have played in the league. I know Pantamine Stadium. I know where it is. I know the new Jos Uncompleted Building Stadium. I know where it is.
The new just
May they
uncompleted.
change that name, I beg.
You understand?
Nothing
New
new
Just
about
I
Oh,
know
yes.
where Boko Stadium is. When you say
I ran into Yema last week.
yeah, good. When you say JIB rocks, I know what you would talk about. If I tell you Croc City, I'm not talking North London. It's not N5. Now Kaduna be that. When I tell you that there is a stadium called the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium. Now Enugu, they go there, we go
Cathedral.
past night man, a cathedral be that. So it is our place. And there's this thing, what made me start the show like this, and guys, you can see our new studio. What made me start the show like
Our
this
new
is that
setup.
I started observing one kind of culture that is not, I want to say it's bad. I want to say I'm jealous. People travel to their village. They don't snap pictures and Snapchat and Instagram and TikTok it. They go to Cotonou.
They that's vacation. That's hot spots now.
They
People
go to
Benin, people
Burkina Faso. They go
Togo.
to Benin, Ghana.
Hot spots.
Then they
Travel-
go
travel
to
destination.
Dubai and Paris, Zanzibar. I used to go to Zanzibar. That's tortoise, that cave where you have tortoise there. And, it didn't mean anything to me. I'm stupid. Wallahi. I've been to Ikogosi warm spring and I marveled at, this place is hot, this place is cold. It's warm, this one is cold. But people don't do it like that. And I think that it is up to us to rekindle the culture of loving our own, of putting our own at the very front burner. Maybe it will catch on to our children. It would make our children and their children begin to love everything Nigeria. I know that it's hard. We are in a country where organ harvesting is like a normal thing, but then that same thing happened in Asia. Everywhere, in Vietnam, in Malaysia, in Singapore, in Thailand, in Indonesia, in China, Myanmar, Tahiti, India, that happens. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm just saying that this shouldn't be an excuse for us not to love our own. The
I mean, I
MPFL
shot not like I'm short, but there's a friend of mine the other day, which I don't know, I think it was the Federation Cup final when I posted the Korodu City's graphics, and then the next thing was like, oh, this in a league where not in the way they fixed, and I asked him that which of the MPFL games have you watched in the last 2 years. He said he wanted to start giving me, when you're
you
not
were
being-
nice with the 2 years.
No, I think
You said 10
the
years.
question should have just asked him is that if it is fixed, why has he not changed his life by betting on the league?
Exactly. So like I just like to I know that the
Physical
league
knows
is
the
bad.
response.
Even we that are covering the league, we know
Yeah,
that there
man.
are so many things.
There are shortcomings.
You know that people that come in
Exactly.
the Premier League think that the league is bad too.
They have shortcomings too.
Italian league, Italian Serie A, you know how many times people don't go
They're
relegated for?
complaining all
They
the
are
time.
complaining all the
Yeah.
time. In Germany, in the Netherlands,
Yeah.
in France, in everywhere, there is something that is not working. In the US, there's something that is not working. It does not now mean that your direct answer to every time we celebrate one thing good about this
Yep,
league
yes,
that you
yes.
think is bad, you should not come and pour water on our celebration. It doesn't make you important.
You know, some people just Mikolo made one video one time, I think it was 2 years ago, where he were like, oh, I don't watch the MPFL, it's not the flex you think
Yeah.
it is. Some
Yes,
people
it is not.
Do you know that? Well, that's the reason I made that video was because I remembered there was a time like now everybody's pro Nigerian music like fully well like mainstream. When I was growing up, there used to be a thing where
People
I don't
feel
listen to
like-
Nigerian music.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Like
They want you
they'll
to
say,
listen
I don't
to
like that time
Chris
they,
Brown.
like in school
No,
in
not
secondary
because
school.
Arukeli,
No.
Teddy Pendergrass,
Your set is,
Peter
at
Todd.
least your own set is actually nice. People are listening to like R&B and all those guys. These guys made this Nicki Minaj or this rap guys look like
You were God.
Lil Wayne.
you're not informed, you're not cool if you're listening to Nigerian music. That time Two-Face, the band, they'll tell you that, oh, I don't listen to Nigerian music. But now everybody's on Thames, everybody's Whiskey, everybody's
Even
Rema.
the Europeans
everybody's
are
this one,
listening to it.
Even the Europeans are like now Ashake was doing a concert in Canada yesterday.
No,
sold
that
out
one is
thousands.
Ashake doing concert. Senegal was playing Morocco at the Molly Abdullah Stadium. They're
Nigerian
playing Nigerian music.
Do you
And the
understand?
entire Moroccan fans are
They're
singing to Ashake song.
Yes, no. So
It's like,
I mean, so I
no,
so
but
that
who sing
not
Baby
cool.
Calm Down?
It's Rema.
Rema, yeah,
Rema. The whole stadium was
I mean, former
Baby
president of the
can- I
United
say,
States,
eh?
Barack Obama, is adding
Has
Rema,
Rema on his
adding
playlist
Rema on
every
his
time.
playlist like back to back. So, I mean, that time used to be very cool. So, the cool thing, and I think now maybe a couple of people are starting to like pick interest. You know, I mean, I want to document, I want to do graphics. I've seen a couple of people like pick interest. I think I saw Smalley's documentary earlier today. He traveled around the country and was visiting some games in the NPFL last season. So he's dropped like a trailer, and he's one of the influencers on Twitter. Right, he didn't really used to be like big on Nigerian football. When I was gotten into it, there's also a guy, Brainerd Graphics. He does graphics for Fabrizio Romano. He has done for Lille. He has done for so many European clubs. But now somebody told me over the weekend that he was trying to get into Nigerian sports, that he was reaching out to somebody that he wants to work for free for a Nigerian club or even like the league body.
For someone that's done
Sporting Lagos,
For
please
some-
reach out to
for
him.
someone that
Yeah,
has
you guys
done,
are
like-
the one that if you work, you go enjoy.
Do you understand? For someone that has done
Well,
like
for
Fabrizio
Fabrizio
Romano,
Romano, yeah.
done 4-3-3, he wants to come. So I think people are now starting to pique interest, and we just hope that everything continues like in line like this. We're not even asking for too much. I swear, like, we're not asking for too much. Just do the basic thing in the league. and
There's
people will be
a
interested in
video I saw. I think it's Nicolo that posted it. One guy, does graphic design for clubs. So he said, mention your club or do one mention. I think Sporting Lagos. He
Yeah,
did
he
a
did.
design
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the logo
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the goal
The
that
goal
qualified you
that
guys.
brought us to
Oh, Lord.
promotion.
the
Alex Lemme.
yeah.
The way I felt, and
That's
it's
a European. Is it a European?
it's in
Yeah.
the feeling that you
Yeah.
know that you love Nigeria. The way I felt seeing it,
Yeah.
that thing what we do when we see Oyibo they eat amala or
Yeah,
Oyibo they
the way
eat
you feel
fufu,
proud, yeah.
like ooh, when our food
Yeah,
is
yeah.
on this stage. When I was watching 54 plus, and I
Football X.
no 54 is it 54 plus? And Wyclef Jean was talking about
Okay,
his
sorry.
Nigerian heritage. And then I also watched Trevor Noah and Idris Elba. And Idris Elba was talking of his Nigerian heritage. And I've also, when I was still going to church, I saw... why you did do like that? I've not been to church for like
Just-
10 years.
The shots always get reminded whenever every brother is not going to church again.
when I was going to church, when TD Jakes came, first for the experience, and then he said he's got a Nigerian heritage, it was just the excitement. Like it
Yeah.
means that there is something about you that give you that dopamine feeling when
Of being,
you see
of
something
of
good about your
belonging-
country.
of belonging
You now
to
start
Nigeria.
believing that you don't really hate Nigeria. Oh.
Yeah,
Now the any honest you divest for.
yeah.
There's nobody that hates Nigeria.
And I don't know if I've said this story. I know that Nigeria may not be so good, but when we were going to the what's this Morocco's training their facility, I think
Mohamed V.
yeah, you were sleeping,
Yeah.
but I was in front with the driver. So me and the driver were having the conversation. So he got to a point where he was asking me about how good Nigeria is. He said that he was asking which is better. He thought that, okay, Nigeria's money is bigger than the old Moroccan dirham. He said when they were growing up reading books that he read so many beautiful things about Nigeria, India. Like, this is a Moroccan. This is not maybe someone from another country
Or
working
like
in
West.
Morocco. This is a pure Moroccan talking about the fact that, okay, when they were growing up, they read so many things in the books about Nigeria that he was surprised when I told him that Morocco's money is actually better than Nigeria's money at the moment. So it means that there's a way that some people see us, and then we also have to sell ourselves in a good way, even though we know that, okay, yeah, we are facing some of these issues.
Trials and tribulations.
Exactly.
Yeah, we will definitely have our trials and tribulations. You will meet Americans who tell you that America is a terrible country, is the worst country, is this, is that. Americans. So, but you would also meet Americans who tell you that America is a city on a hill.
Yeah.
America is a
God
eagle.
bless- God
America
bless
is the strongest
America.
country. And even in the mouth of that guy who is talking rubbish about America, you see him talk about God bless America. Right? So there is that need for us to know that. One man, one guy, it was a public speaker that said something that every day on the shout, we need war, we need a revolution. If it happen, who will accommodate to now?
Where all of us want
When
to.
Ghana, now like 3 Nigerian states, where you want go stay? If Nigeria be like, damn, if he boss say we begin move out, we go. Now you know that Nigerians can take over the whole of Cotonou. The Cotonou people no go to exist again.
Go block everywhere.
And we go stretch and they go Benin Republic. If not that, the Moses time I be now.
We don't reach Cote
Benin
d'Ivoire.
go be like Amalekites. we
We go down reach Cote
to
d'Ivoire.
the land of the Euphrates. We don't take everything because of how we reproduce. So let's us, find a way to say, I can't change sportsmen. I can't change the health sector. I not get influence there, but I get influence in sports and in sports media. This is my sphere of influence. I can make impact here. You can make impact in your space. You can make
Yeah.
impact in your space,
Yeah.
and that works. But then, let's. Having said that, more no fear, no quiz, no questioning today. Producer said we should
We
pardon you
should welcome
people.
us back properly.
So the new studio
For the new season.
without creating problem and causing stammerer, right?
Let's start new season.
You are a former Manchester United fan. Don't come here and do all your Nerazzurri rubbish. You grew up as a Man United
How do you
fan.
know I grew
You
up?
now gave up your life and refused to stay in the house of the devil. But there is
You found
something about
light.
you. If Man United win Champions League tomorrow, you will celebrate.
Nah. You don't know
The
me.
team where they do you strong, oh.
I,
Like,
think
I've
he has,
moved
I think he has moved
Like
his
the
personality
thing is,
too
the thing
well,
is, I've
like
moved
too
on
much.
actually. Like there's a way you kind of feel about the club, and then you just probably want to, make I use this one guide small, then make I use this one. Like you need to check my Twitter feed, open my Twitter feed.
Like
The
it.
first thing where you go first see like 5 Inter players.
See, Timothy, believe me, if you walk with me, my eyes are on you. You should be afraid if I'm not seeing you. Don't know you don't get value. Don't know that your replacement is around the corner. I know they check your status. I know they comment. I know they see your things. Don't forget, you go soon go. Let me tell you one story. One story. The guy go watch this. Go watch the video. So there's a guy called Precious Omosui. You know him.
Yeah.
One of the most intelligent human beings I have met in my life. What people don't know, he wasn't the first choice for Sports Lounge. There was a guy, Benjamin something was his name. The guy came, the first episode, he was there. He's good though. He's good. But somebody, I don't know how, but Precious Omosue came in and just sit by the side and observed. And when the show finished, I was satisfied with the Benjamin guy. I'm not going to sit here and say he wasn't good. He did well. What I expected, Bamiji, myself, him, we did our thing. Then the next week, and I said, okay, since you came all the way from Ikorodu, it's too far for you not to be part of the show. So please come next week and let's just put you here. So that it doesn't, like, I've worked in Ikorodu.
Yeah.
ITV was in Ikorodu. So I don't want that kind of thing. Bro, Precious Omosuwe came in. This is not me. We don't work for Brilla 13 years. Don't do ITV 4 years. I don't play football. I have never in my life met somebody that good. It was like you have a complete team, and then prime Messi and prime Cristiano Ronaldo now came and say they want to play for you, but they will play for free. And you now say, no, but we have Yaya Sanogo and we have Shamak. We have Shamak. You have to go next season. We'll look at you. You thunder fire next season. Manu Shamak, get out of the ground. That was what it was, and it was an incredible thing. So for me, the people that are vital to me are very important to me. I keep them at, the thing with the important. You say wherever your treasure is, that's where your heart is, right? I keep them very close. But let's talk about Man United. There was this saying that if Carrick, why are you laughing? Why are you like this? Is this how you were born, or you just become it? They say if Carrick had started this season, there is no way Arsenal would have won the title. That the way they played, 21 assists from Bruno, and he came in half season. If you look at the assist before he came, and then the assist after he came, and the way the team changed, the way the team evolved. Oh, Ruben Amorim is the reason why they didn't win the league. This would have been a breaker. So it's okay. Have a good preseason. Not too many of your players went to the World Cup. Even the ones that went left pretty early. So you should be prepared. And then you also did some signing. What happened against Hull City?
I don't know what happened.
Was it because it was happening in a town hall different from Balablu? What really happened?
It was strange though. Although I did not see much.
Just came from the championship.
I did not see much. I did not see much of the game from the beginning, but I saw towards the end part, and that was where I noticed that Osemi Ajayi had a really good game. But what happened to Manchester United, I just feel like it's just what I've been saying all over. I mean, I think I've said it on this set severally. Arsenal will win the league. Manchester United may be there, but they can't compete because I think I've said it severally. This is where
they set us up for failure.
Where they finished last season is not a new thing. You have a very poor season, you change the coach, the next coach that comes probably wins the FA Cup, finishes third or second, maybe some few points behind.
And it feels like progress.
Exactly. Then the next season, they have to restart again. So I've said it, I think I said it 2 episodes last, when Emmanuel was here, I said that they need to first build themselves in a position where we need to have a consistent top 3, top 4 finish where top 4 or top 3 is not a struggle. Where we finish the season in third position, we finish the season in maybe second position or in fourth position, and it was not something that we struggled to do. We did our beats, we beat some big sides, we won the good games, we won the games that we were supposed to win at home, we scored so many goals and all that. When you can do that, then you can now start dreaming of whether we can win the league. So all of those talk, maybe as much as it may look true, because if you look at the calendar year of 2026, Manchester United had the most points, they had the most goals. They were the team that did not lose they were the team that did not lose back-to-back games. So some of those things may actually stand, but it doesn't mean that you could have won the league, because a league is not won by the second half of the season alone. It's won by what you do both in the first half of the season, the second half of the season, and most importantly, the last 10 games or last 5 games of the season. So there are so many dynamics to it, but it was strange that they lost to Hull City, because those are the kind of points you need to start with. I mean, if you had won against that, at least you build yourself on a very good base, then you begin to pick it up. I mean, you can't start with Hull City and they are losing to Hull City 2-0. It was not just a loss. It was a loss where at no point in the game did Manchester United look like they were going to them. Exactly. It was a game where Hull City were dominant. You know, if it was a game where Manchester United, Hull City's keeper,
Man United won the best jersey. This jersey is the best jersey I've seen this weekend. Though.
Maybe
the jersey fine guy. I will buy it too.
Maybe if they had maybe the keeper of Hull City made about 15, 16 saves, all those kind of things, you can say, it was just an unlucky day. But no, they were not threatening.
What's that goalkeeper name?
Vozinha.
Yeah, you would have said it was a Vozinha day.
Exactly, or Timor for United States of America. But it was not all of that. They were very poor on the day. But yeah, there's still a long way to go. But I still don't see them winning the league.
Nicolo, let me come to you. Look at this squad, Look at this squad and tell me where they got it wrong. You have Luke Shaw on the left, you have Mazraoui on the right, and you have Haven, I don't know who that is, and Maguire in center defense. Don't tell me where he came from. He played for Man United.
You supposed to know him, no?
I don't
know. You think you don't know?
Okay.
What you say where he come from? Andres Santos and Yuri Tillemans. There's a reason why I'm picking this squad. Then Bruno Fernandes on top of the two of them. Then you have Dogu, if you know how they talk about Dogu last time. And then Mbuemo and Cunha. You think this selection, it makes sense to be the squad that should be starting? What is missing in that squad?
I think what is missing is a plan, right? What is missing is a plan. What era?
Oh, so these players are good enough?
What era of United are we in? That should be the first question. For every year, they seem to always want to upgrade on their old squad. They are not moving, right? I don't see a plan where Manchester United are moving away from certain players. So yesterday, a United fan came up and said, Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, and Fernandes, right? I can count how many defenders or centre backs that Arsenal has moved on from the time that Harry Maguire signed at Manchester United, and he's still their starting centre back in 2026, as well as Luke Shaw, right? Even Liverpool, that were feared, with Robertson and Trent, have moved on from Robertson and Trent. What has Luke Shaw offered to Manchester United to still be the starting left back? What level of talent does Luke Shaw have in 2026 to be the starting left back for Manchester United going to a season, as well as Harry Maguire? So these are the I think is a cultural thing, right? What era are they in? Are you improving on squad every year? Are you giving one manager the terrain to say, okay, you know what, build your own squad? If this year is the building squad and next year we're going to move on from Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, as well as maybe even Fernandes himself, then maybe I can have hope for them. But if they are still building on the foundation of these players or this squad, then Manchester United will continue to struggle. Because yesterday, they were found out in midfield, they were found out in defense, and it feels like, oh, maybe attacking-wise, they've solidified themselves a bit. You know, they've brought in Cunha over the last few years. Mbuemo, Sesko has also come in. Amad Diallo is picking form. Now they've changed maybe Tillemans and Andres Santos, even though I still feel like that's a very midfield, right? Maybe with the addition of Carlos Baleba, they might actually try to play something beautiful. But I feel like they still don't have an identity. Are you moving on from the squad? Are you building a different squad entirely? Are you buying new players? Are you still? I mean, they're still rotating. They're still flirting with the idea of bringing back Rashford. So there's Harry Maguire as a starting. There's Lisandro Martinez somewhere. There's Luke Shaw somewhere. So I mean, the whole thing just looks very messed up. Arsenal, as good as the defense is, the likes of Kirill have been booted out. Zinchenko raised the level at Arsenal, he has been booted out. There's been so many centre-back pairings that have been booted out at Arsenal. But United do not still see the need to do the same. They feel like they can always patch their squad everywhere. Bring in Cunha now, bring in Mbeumo now, bring in Sesko now. Now is Andre Santos and as well as Tielemans. Tielemans is not a starting midfielder for a top team.
He won't play for Arsenal.
To be honest, he's not a starting midfielder. I don't think he doesn't have the engine. For example, I feel like at a point he
too
felt
many
like,
injuries.
At a point he felt too many injuries. Then at a point he felt out of pace already. In just the first game of the season, you cannot keep up with a team that just came back from Championship. So I don't think it's going to be up to the task. Maybe when Carlos Baleba joins them permanently, then we can see a change. But I think for me, they are a top 4 squad at best right now. Depending on what Michael Carrick is going to be able to do for the rest of the season.
There is a lot of things that I saw this weekend. I think I watched a lot of games this weekend, just like, back in like 10, 15 years ago. I've not watched too many football in recent years, right? But there are a lot of things that I saw from Real Madrid to Manchester United, even Manchester City and then Liverpool, that remind me of a Bible verse or a scripture in Bible. I know I don't go to church, but permit me, my church folks, to read from the book of Luke chapter 5, 37 to 39. And Jesus was the one talking to
Jesus. This man did.
So the fans of this club, don't blame me.
This man did.
Because the analysis that Mikolo just gave now brought about this scripture. Because in my head, I'll say, just add this Bible verse. So as he was saying it, I said, let me read it. You will resonate with what you said. He said, and no one puts new wine into old wineskin, or else the new wine will burst the wineskin and be spilled, and the wineskin will be ruined. But new wine must be put into new wineskin, and both are preserved. And no one, having drunk old wine,
Media display the scripture now.
our producer now Muslim. Give us the Quran version.
Mogo aya CCI media.
And no one, having drunk old wine, immediately desires new, for he says the old is better. Now, there's a reason why I had to.
I don't see. Now so pastors they see their sermon. No. As I dey talk like that, they don't sharply develop sermon. You don't see
Pastor
Edafe. No, Pastor Matthew.
Yeah, Pastor Matthew. Yes, okay.
Called by Christ.
Hey.
Jesus Christ specifically pick you say, follow me.
Follow the ladder.
And the one when Jesus go tire for me that. If Jesus try and he go tire for me.
worry.
He will carry another cross from Owerri to Calvary. So basically, you have teams that are not moving on. When Arteta started his revolution and he was kicking out the Ozil, the Aubameyang, Lacazette, people said he's afraid of superstar players. He can't manage his dressing room with superstars. As if managing a dressing room with superstars give you title. There's no coach in this world that have been told, oh, you got this award for winning, managing dressing room with superstars. What you do is you want titles that now bring you more awards, right? So when you look at the Man United setup, it's more like they are trying to, let's just patch it together.
Yeah. They're
Patch
catering to
the
the ego
cracks.
of certain players a lot.
Every time new coaches come, if you're not catering to Pogba today, you're catering to Bruno Fernandes. What can we put around him that will make him
Sancho.
happy? If you're not doing that, you're doing for Sancho. If you're not doing for Sancho, you're doing for Rashford. If you're not doing for Rashford, you're doing for Maguire. Not Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, not that one that Mourinho said is his leg, but it's my brain that is. Is it not the same person?
I can't remember.
Or is it Lindelof or somebody? I think it Luke Shaw.
Mourinho is brutal. I mean, I saw his documentary yesterday. I was like,
Mourinho.
no, this is
Jose
a crazy
Mourinho,
man.
I tell people that me and Jose Mourinho, we have a lot in common.
Who's in a madman?
But let's move up a bit to Liverpool. Liverpool was yesterday. I think that I was impressed with Liverpool, and people will not agree with me, but I was impressed that they still maintained the tempo, they kept the press going, even though you would say to yourself, Newcastle was dead to be beaten. This was a team that have a new coach. They've lost Bruno Guimaraes, they've lost Tonelli, they lost Anthony Gordon, who had a great game with Barcelona yesterday in the second half of that game, assisted a goal, very, very selfless. 3 months down the line, he will score that goal anyway. But now let me just
he's trying
for
to
the
cater.
team.
He's a very smart kid.
Very intelligent kid, And they still put Liverpool almost to the sword. Some referee will not award that penalties. Some people in VAR will forget to draw the line, or they will forget that the camera was on. They'll give you the wrong angle. But let's just take it that it ended 1-1. Have you seen enough? Because last season, I thought that Liverpool's problem was the defense. It's not much of the attack, but the defense. It wasn't a Liverpool that can grind result when they need to grind it. It's not a Liverpool that when push comes to shove, they'll lock up like Arsenal did last season and then bank on one last-minute goal from Mo Salah. Do you think that what you saw yesterday, they fixed it, or they are a replica of Man United and what Luke chapter 5 verse 37 to 39 have to say? Are they still putting new wine in old wine skin?
Well, I saw a pattern of what looked like an slot team when I watched Liverpool yesterday, and it was quite. I don't know if they would. It looks like they're not going to do so much business in terms of that reference. I feel like they need midfielders, and when I'm talking about midfielders, even Daniel Sturridge said it on Sky Sunday yesterday. Jamie Carragher also in his article, we mentioned it on the Telegraph, because the fact that you don't have a natural defensive midfielder, they try to use Gravenberch in that position, but Gravenberch is more of a player that he can do a little part of the defensive job, but most times you still see him driving forward.
Yeah.
As much as you want someone who is that kind of person, maybe deep lying, you still need a killer. I mean, one thing that most teams strive with, and when I mean a killer, it doesn't mean like, the person should be someone who at every time is going for all the hard tackles and all that, but you need a killer, someone who knows
a play breaker.
Exactly, like
a destroyer.
A Rodri, someone who knows that this is the time to fight hard, someone who knows that this is the time to throw in that challenge, this someone who knows that this is the time to try to control the tempo of the game. They don't have that, and once they don't have that, you can see that for every counter attack that Newcastle had yesterday, it was looking like
it was the free
Liverpool were going to concede, and it happened with the first goal. And the fact that they don't have that midfielder or those midfielders, if that's the word, that can do that job, it now makes their defenders susceptible to the attack. And to be very honest, I'm not going to apologize. I've always had my issues with Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk is a defender that I don't think he's intelligent enough as a defender. I'm not sorry to say, because
Emmanuel Davies.
yes, because Mikolo, for how do you two counter attacks and you concede from it? And the basics is from midfield. Of course, I know that you don't have midfielders in that position.
Press the ball.
Gravenberch was even. That's why I said Gravenberch goes too much because he was the one that was dispossessed for the 2 goals. But one thing you need to do is, once you see that the attacker is already approaching your half, you just need to move forward a bit, try to disturb him. Once you disturb him, you have the long legs. You can even make a foul there. Once you make a foul, you probably pick up a yellow card, talk to your midfielders or talk to your other midfielder, what is wrong with you guys and all that. But you keep going back, keep moving back. You don't move to attack the ball at any instance. I know that, okay, as a defender, you try to look at the
want
position.
to be dribbled.
Exactly, you try to look at the position where your attacker is going to.
For him, to be honest. He has made a name for himself doing that.
It worked for him. Now it worked for him when they had Fabinho. It worked for him when they had Fabinho. They had a Guinea Wijnaldum in that midfield, and you had a team, a Jurgen Klopp team. I mean, for Liverpool, Liverpool
control possession more.
Pressing. When Liverpool lose the ball, it's like 7 people are crowding you. So that's the way they play ball. They are not playing that Genge pressing style anymore. So you need to adapt. That's why working for you then, you had the midfielders who could do it. You had the coach or the pattern of play who could make it happen. You saw it on the slot. It happened with Netherlands at the World Cup. It's the same thing. You don't go for the ball when you need to go for the ball. I know that, okay, you are aging, but we have seen defenders who age and are still good. Where maybe
Madini, you know.
Thiago Silva still at Chelsea. We saw what he did at Chelsea. It's not about just maybe because he's aging or something, but the fact that he doesn't know when to get to hit the ball, and it happened. It happened with Konate last season. Look at Semenyo's goal for Bournemouth last season. He kept moving back,
That's the one who was twerking.
He kept moving back, and it looks like when he does it, the other centre back is doing it. Jeremy Jacket yesterday did the same thing because if Virgil van Dijk, who is my senior, is doing this,
Yes, giving the others as well.
It's my leading CB. If he's doing it, why should I go and attack the space? So I feel like those are some of the issues that I need to correct. Maybe they will need to sign players. And the first instance, I don't know, Ronald Araujo coming in. You saw the tackle he made. I don't know if you remember.
I saw it.
I did not expect that from Ronald Araujo because looking at the kind of season he has had. But in your first instance was a very, very brilliant tackle that if Virgil van Dijk could keep moving back.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just something
So
they
it
need to
depends
fix.
on people's football education. But let's look at the squad. Because for me, it's your squad that always made me decide. When I made my prediction, I always look at the squad. Where in this squad do you have an ace? So in the Liverpool starting lineup yesterday, they had Alisson in goal, who's their best goalkeeper, who's done all the magic, even though he's winning now, but he's still one of the best. Then you have Kekes on the left, you have Frimpong on the right, you have Jackets.
I wish our producer has one picture now. But continue.
You have Jacket and Virgil van Dijk, and then in midfield you have Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. But on top of that midfield is where I have a problem. Florian Wirtz, as good as people think he is, he still hasn't settled. He was just there looking lost and, turning over possession where he's supposed to be the creative hub. And then there is no, you would have expected that there's supposed to be a triquester type of connection between him and Cody Gakpo and Ngomoha and then Isak. But it wasn't there. Do you think that this is the squad that would, in the words of Emmanuel Sebastian, the incoming champion? Is this the squad that will become the incoming champion? I mean, they've also kept the record of not losing their first opening game in like God knows how many seasons. But what you saw yesterday, should Arsenal be afraid?
Afraid? No. I think as champions, there's nothing to be afraid of. And if everybody's going to be coming, I think it's everybody that should be afraid of us now. Not us not being afraid of anybody. And if there are players, I think I also saw this guy's interview yesterday, Gary Neville, where it was like people are not going hard enough on Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak because I think they're still yet to apply themselves to the Premier League. And if they are going to be doing that, that needs to happen this season. So they are the ones under the more pressure, not Arsenal. Liverpool are the ones under pressure. They have a new manager, Andoni Raiola. They won the league before Arsenal with Slot, and so they've broken the British record twice in one window. They've gotten so many players. I saw a news before coming to the studio that they might still be buying 2 more players in this window. So
Bradley
that's
Barcola
a lot. That's a lot of buying.
Bacola is
right?
150 or 100.
Yeah, so Bradley Barcola, if they're signing him, then the pressure is on them. And I think Ngomoa, Cody Gakpo, all of these guys. And if you now check their bench, I think there's only Chiesa in there, right? That are like the guys that are supposed to make the difference for them. So for Liverpool as well, it's going to be a squad depth thing, quality depth. Just like what we are going to be seeing with Manchester United this season. They don't have depth. They don't have quality depth. They don't have quality players that can do a lot of things. Jacket, for example, is not there.
Emmanuel said his Jacket.
Kekes and Frimpong for me is not there for me. There's a reason why.
Kekes and Frimpong are clowns.
Shot man.
There's a reason
But
why.
I was impressed with Munoz.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why Pep Guardiola moved to buy using 6 feet centre backs as wing backs, left back and centre back. I'm seeing the same thing with Arsenal as well. The likes of Calafiori, the likes of Timber, Ben White. Jesus.
Oh my god! Oh my god! How does that guy look like young Odegalu?
So basically, I mean, if you're using players that are not even up to 6 feet,
wait, this is
as a centre back,
this is unfair. Producer, they ask you to put scripture just now. You not see scripture.
Nah, bad man. Now.
You now went for Jim Carrey and
I say Emmanuel will get beef with
Emmanuel. Now we do this one.
Kalejai for this.
Now we do this one.
But yeah, I just feel like. I mean, Frimpong,
but it's Liverpool people that produced it, so
they are not suited.
Why are we blaming our producer?
They're not suited for the Premier League style, so they're going to struggle a lot.
Timothy, since Haaland came to England, two things I've noticed with him is the fact that, I mean, we're in Dubai in 2022, is it 2022 or 2023, when the talk of Haaland coming to England was discussed, and I remember saying then that he was going to win then the Champions League. They said he's injury prone, and I told the guy then that it's not, the injury is not going to matter because he's not going to run that kind of distance he used to run at Salzburg and Dortmund, and all that has come to pass. But he's also been stripped of the support cast that made him the Norwegian tour, that made him that player that everybody's afraid of. Ike Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. He played with Mahrez one season, all right?
Yeah.
Mahrez, Sterling, everybody's gone. He's not having a new support cast. Look at this squad. Donnarumma in goal, Rico Lewis, a right back. You now have Kusanov and Ruben Dias in centre back, Vardiol on the other side. The one that got me.
They look like Bournemouth.
What position is Maguire playing?
The defender. I don't know what Enzo
Enzo
Maresca was
Maresca.
thinking about yesterday. I mean, he used O'Reilly
He
as
scored
the
anyway.
attack.
He now used Elliot Anderson and Maguire
As
midfield.
base.
as the base of his midfield.
So you used 3 at the back.
Now put
O'Reilly.
Nico Riley, Phil Foden, and Semenyo in front of them, and then put
O'Reilly was a 10. Yes.
put Haaland, as the top striker.
Revolutionary.
Yeah, he wants to change
Revolutionary.
kind of like Catanaccio in the modern way, departing out with the old, in with the new. That's how it feels like. And I made a bold prediction that next summer, Haaland is going to demand for transfer move. Next summer, Haaland is going to be the biggest,
Is it frustrating?
the biggest talking point in the transfer, because the joy of Haaland in this team is the fact that
Service.
forget about it, I'm going to get the service. I am set up in such a way that I don't need to walk, I don't need to go back to my old self of running deep and taking the ball and running.
Yeah.
He's cut his hair. I don't know if that means he's not Samson.
I saw
it's-
somebody say that
I don't know if he
in
slept in the lap of
samurai
Delilah.
culture, if you cut your Dothraki, if
Yeah.
you cut your hair, it means a sign of defeated.
You
But
understand?
that was just like Arsenal fans being Arsenal fans. And I don't know if you guys saw the documentary, Pep documentary.
I've
where-
not seen
when
it.
they were
Yeah.
saying I've not seen it fully as well. I've seen clips online where they were speaking about signing of Ryan Cherky, and
Oh,
there were
boy.
talks
Yeah,
about.
they had a board
conversation.
meeting.
They said it was supposed to be the replacement for De
Kevin
Bruyne.
De Bruyne, yeah.
And if that is going to be the plan, then I think they are set up to fail. Because right now, I don't think Ryan Cherky is going to apply himself as much as Kevin De Bruyne did.
Is Kevin De Bruyne
Also, like,
replaceable?
They are also like, there's too many things going on with Manchester City. They signed Tijani Renders is out. They signed Savinho is on his way. He's out.
going out, yeah.
He's out to Tottenham.
Mamouche.
Signed so many. Mamouche
Mamouche
is also,
is going out.
I don't know why Manchester City don't get enough eats that they should be getting. They signed so many players.
And
for
so the reason
big
why is that
prizes.
when you're successful over a long period of time,
You're allowed to do
it happened
things.
with Chelsea now. You're allowed to do anything because the whole idea of football is to be successful. But what I think is that, and people like Capello, some coaches do it. When they come to your team, the first thing they want to do is they want to do away with the players that remind them the most of the previous coach. They don't want to linger with the players of the former coach. And then the ones that they cannot remove, like you cannot remove Rico Lewis, O'Reilly, Foden, because they are the
Academy boys,
citizens, right? And then these other foreign ones, get rid of them as fast as you can, and then start building your own. There is a risk to that. Sometimes it works. It works for Arteta, but if you look at the players he removed, and he came at a time where the club was not doing well, you can't come to a Syria winning team, and that's what Andre Villas-Boas tried to do with Chelsea, and he lost his job. So you got to be careful how you do it. When I look at this team and I'm saying to myself, as an Arsenal fan, I'm not afraid of this team. I don't look at this team and I say, this Elliot Anderson that cannot progress the ball on his own, that cannot do short passing and dribble people, or Maguire, if they play in midfield against a team like Arsenal, they'll take Rich 5. Or that lock off. They'll go take Rich 5. Because this is not the
for a
team.
Pep
So
Guardiola side,
when
for
you
a
look,
Manchester City side.
when you look at the City side, and with that Italian coach Maresca on the side, the Temu Pep, I don't think that this squad bother you if you're playing in Champions League and this squad wants to play against Inter Milan. Do you worry?
No, obviously, because maybe from yesterday's setup, I saw so many issues. Firstly, play O'Reilly in his position, because he was always getting to attacking ends doesn't
Yeah.
mean that Pep
He's
used
not-
him. It
he's
reminds
not
me
an
of
attacker.
when Eric Ten Hag used Nusa Mazraoui as the number 10 for Manchester United in that year. I mean, because these players can get into attacking fronts doesn't mean that they are to play in that position. Play O'Reilly in defense, play McGay in defense, play him with either Kusanov or Ruben Diaz, or if Kusanov has to play, make him play as the right back, and then in midfield play Elliot Anderson. You have a Kovacic on the bench. I mean, you should not bench a Ryan Cherki, who we know what he can do. It was the one that changed the game for Manchester City yesterday. We saw what he did. See the pass he made before the one that got to Gay. The pass also that he provided to what's his name, Vardiol, for the second goal. So you can't bench someone like that. Play people in their respective positions. And why are you playing Grealish in 2026? Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, Grealish was the winger on the right. Semenyo was Grealish was the one on the left. Semenyo was on the right.
Then O'Reilly in 10. Then Gay in 6.
This is not a fearful squad. Whatever experiments he did yesterday,
They won.
Lucky for him. Yes, exactly. I mean, you know, I've always said
That's the danger. The fact that they won,
you feel
means
like you
he
can
will
do
repeat
it. Exactly, and that's the thing with sometimes a coach can make.
A team will
used
beat
to say
Man
something-
City 5-0
I used to say something that
this season.
I can make a wrong move. Maybe I'm playing chess now. I make a wrong move, and maybe it probably works out for me. It doesn't mean
That's
that
not a new style.
it doesn't mean that in the principles of maybe playing chess or in the principles of doing that, it was not wrong. I can be solving mathematics, I take the wrong step, and maybe I got the final answer. Maybe I am in an exam where I just need the final answer, and I am lucky enough to get the final answer. But if I am writing an exam where the lecturer is
The
marking
process
steps,
is more important than the result.
then the lecturer knows that guy, you just did rubbish here, and then you now be
You
like,
don't
oh,
get
I
the
solved
result.
it, I got the answer.
In school,
Then when you now go and
we
meet
wouldn't
someone,
do the
Yes.
answer.
when you now go and meet someone and the person says my answer is 5, maybe everybody gets, you go back to your notes that the answer is 5, and then when you now see your score, maybe you are seeing 4, and then the person that took the right step is getting 15 or 20, and they are like, where did I miss it? Then when you now check it out, so it was a wrong move yesterday. It worked out. It doesn't mean that it wasn't a wrong move.
I
So
like your analogy. It's giving me one other scripture in mind, but I don't want to be called to this.
what's his name again? Pastor.
This is Pastor
Pastor Matthew of the Gliders Church.
Pastor Matthew Bell.
No, not serious. So we've been talking Christmas tree as a formation for a very long time. Since I was a child, I've been hearing, the formation of the coach was a Christmas tree formation. Have you really seen a Christmas tree before? Formation.
Christmas
Like a
tree
pure,
formation.
the full squad is a Christmas tree. Have you seen it before?
I think it should probably be like trial.
No, in football, have you seen it before?
No, not really. Wait, this is Tottenham's team?
4-3-2. Yes, this is it.
think the Zebi they do like this.
The Italian coach, the team where they define, they go see how-
these are a bunch of average players.
this Italian coach, the team where they define, they
Conan
go
is
see
not
how-
bad. Sandro Tonali, Mtel, and more. Richarlison. See your front line.
Give me.
It doesn't look like they spent anything this
You
week.
know,
They look like an average Brighton team.
when you Brighton is nice now. Brighton is still good. This thing is looking like Derby County that played an entire season and won only one game. When you look at the squad, and let me mention the players, you have Kinski in goal. For the kind of money that Spurs have spent,
They've not bought the goalkeeper.
their squad should have a spine through the middle. Like, you should look at players that you're worried about. But when they come out and they say I have Robertson, there is no way. If I come back from it, lace my boot, I go play against Robertson. I'm not going to fear. They have Senesi or Sensai or whatever his name is.
Bro, the fact that
And
they
then they
even
have
bought
Hickey
Robertson as a
and
starting,
Gray.
as they are starting this team.
That, for me, worries me. Then, in their midfield, they still have Conor Gallagher, Tonelli,
Tonali,
you know,
yeah.
Bagville, whatever.
Yeah,
And then
wow.
it is the attack. Richarlison is still the guy you want to depend on. That guy that scores. See, Richarlison
I think he's
is Eberechi on steroids. Right? He scores one great goal, put up one performance that you're like, whoa, this is next to prime Ronaldo da Lima. And then he will disappear for like 10 games. You will not see him again. And then he will come again and do some gra. There's something that Mikolo said last season about Igor Thiago. That is that player that scores goal when you're not watching. This one, score a television goal that they would put on the highlight for 6 months. And you think that he's performing every day.
Only to come back at the end and say he scored only 3 goals.
Then you now look end of season. How many goals did he score? 3. They ended in 17 position. This squad look like 17 repeat with so much money spent. Tell more Richarlison. I look at the squad and I say, oh, no wonder they got beaten by Brentford. It would have been 4-0. They still could afford to miss a penalty in this game. And it was crazy. You look at the way they set up, and, Kayode was just having, you almost think that Kayode was prime Ronaldinho. I was like, what's going on here? But hey, it is sometimes the way the coaches choose to set up that makes their team look terrible, in my opinion. And I think, let's talk about Spurs a bit. Where do you think Spurs will end at the end of the season?
I don't know, but I don't expect them to finish anything below top 10. Firstly, because of the kind of players they've bought and because of the kind of coach they have. Roberto De Zerbi is a proven coach, maybe not on the apex level yet, but of course proven in the Premier
for
League.
his level.
Yeah, exactly. What he has done with Brighton, what he did at Marseille and all that. Is a coach that, to an extent, he will get it right. And then we saw the little time he had when they were smelling relegation. At least there was a bit of turnaround. They lost about 1 or 2 games, but the couple of draws and the wins that they had was what made them survive.
Kept them back up.
Exactly. So I still expect them to be decent. And I think that I was surprised to see this squad because this is someone who thrives on buying. He likes midfielders.
Yeah.
Roberto De Zerbi's team have always produced midfielders. Caicedo at Brighton, Jackie Isherwood at Brighton. So many midfielders have come from a Roberto De Zerbi coached side. So I expect that. I don't know why Matheus Fernandes was not in the squad. Maybe he's injured.
He's injured.
Okay, maybe exactly. But I did not expect that. The team still looks mid-summer. I don't know. It just looks like there are some teams you just see that you bought players, but when you now see their lineups, you kind of feel like they did not buy players. It's quite disappointing.
Making a
but
very, very expensive squad look mid.
Exactly, but let me say 1 to 7 is Conference League, right? Let me just give them the top 7 or top 8. But I don't think they would finish below the top 10. I don't think so.
It's possible anyway. But for you, what do you think? I know they're shit to you, but hey.
I still feel like they can pick up. They don't have other tournaments to worry about. They have just one tournament to play. Right, so I feel like they can do top 10. I don't see them as serious contenders for anything major, even down to like championship places or something. I just feel like they will come up. They have nothing too much to bother about. They have a very decent coach, like Timothy said. They could always. They also bought like lots of players. Matheus Fernandes is there. They bought Sandro Tonali and all of these guys. So I think if they finish top 10, it's probably a very good result for them. If they are aiming more than that, I think they are on their own.
All right, let's shift it a bit. And anybody surprised why I'm not talking about Arsenal? We'll come to that. Let's shift to Spain a bit. Arsenal won, so there's not much to talk about. But look at this Madrid squad. Thibaut Courtois in goal, Dumfries, Konate, Hansen, Carreras, and then you have Valverde, Bernardo Silva, Adangula, Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Junior, and Kylian Mbappe. Why do they still have to struggle against Espanyol?
I think it's a spillover. It's a spillover of what they suffered last season. They are here to sort that.
Did you see the game?
Yeah.
Of Jose Mourinho. And let you finish.
So I think it's a spillover, and we wait to see the imprint of Rosé on the team. I think I really want them to gel more. We've seen that they are world-class players. They are very good players. They won the Champions League like 2-3 seasons ago. Individually at the World Cup, we saw performances by all of these guys. They're mentality monsters that have now been paired with another mentality monster as a coach.
Yeah.
So let's hope that this does a lot. We've seen the theatrics are back on the touchline with Jose Mourinho. So let's see if that can support them to do something great in the season.
Do you think that you've seen signs, the effect, the Mourinho effect, is this setting in, or is still sizing them up and still giving them the opportunity to express yourself first before I will now decide to do my thing?
So, yes, on Jose Mourinho and the team, on the football, I don't think that they've settled in yet, but on the fact that they won the game, because if it was Madrid from last season with the way they played, I feel like they would have maybe lost the game or they would have ended that game with a draw. So the fact that towards the end of the game they kept pushing, and they eventually got the goal. With Jose Mourinho, winning mentality is key. That's the beginning of what you need to have.
Right, it's
And once they
nice.
got that, they can always build up from there. And that's why football, you have to train so many times, practice patterns, and before you know it, maybe they'll get to eventually settle. But the fact that they won is something that I'll still try to appreciate and give them that flower.
So let me bring 4 players from the past and let's put them back into the squad or compare it with this squad now. I don't want to talk about Mbappe. It's not a Ronaldo, but he's good. He's good enough. Vinicius Junior is not Benzema, but he's also good enough. This guy is won 2 Champions League. Jude Bellingham also good enough. Gula, young kid coming. But look at these 4 players: Valverde, Federico Valverde, Bernardo Silva, Dean Hunsen, and Konate. Then compare with Toni Kroos,
No.
Luka Modric, Pepe, Sergio Ramos. No, because sometimes, no matter how incredible a coach you are, the players you have, there's this thing, back in the Netherlands, I was told this thing in Holland one time that a good good players make a good coach. A good coach makes a good team. Yeah? And good team win championship. Do they have this squad that Madrid have now? Are they a squad knowing what Barcelona did yesterday night? Is this the squad that will give Barcelona a run for their money, even with the Mourinho effect?
It's to be very honest, on paper, I don't think that Madrid can compete with Barcelona based on the squad they have. But I don't know. But since I watched Mourinho's documentary, so many things I saw has like changed about me because I noticed that even some of the teams he won with, like the Inter Milan team he won with, had no business winning the Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Chelsea side he won with in 2014, 2015, was that when they won the league? They had no
Yeah.
business winning the league. So it just shows that there's something that always
Mourinho brings.
works with him, and that's something that he always brings. So in terms of winning squad for squad, they are no match because firstly, Real Madrid have a midfield problem, and I don't know why they are not seeing it. They need to get quality midfielders. Tchouaméni for me is not that guy. Maybe I've always not liked. It's hard to say, but I've always not been a Federico Valverde, and this is why I don't like players where you say, okay, he can play anywhere. It's just he can play anywhere because it's an issue. Your job is your job is first as a midfielder. Your job as a midfielder is get the ball, find it into space. Maybe if you are a driver of the ball, maybe like Jude Bellingham, do all of those basics. If you are a midfielder who is supposed to maybe break the line, maybe by defensively do it. But what I know Valverde for mostly is his ability to take shots, his ability to probably play as a right back, his ability to probably play as a false nine. It's good that he has those attributes. No, it's good that he has those attributes. It kind of works in some games, but your basic job as a midfielder, I don't think you can do it. You can't create chances just the way you should. You can't really break play. You can't move the ball just the way I expect you to. So what are you doing as a midfielder? You are good as a squad player, fine, but Madrid need someone maybe that can pair Bernardo Silva because I feel like Bernardo Silva still has it in him.
Will be their building
And
man.
considering the fact that he's even playing in Spain where the football is not so much of an high intensity. In Spain, it's about let's pass the ball, and get to the front. So I feel like Bernardo Silva will be able to do a lot in that midfield alongside a Tchouaméni, but Tchouaméni is not really that guy. If they had gotten Rodri, I mean, it would have been really
Perhaps.
key.
I just want to bring that Rodri to you now. They went to the market or they went to rob a safe. In that safe, there is a box of diamond. There is another box of copper wire. The copper wire box is fancy and beautiful. The diamond box is vintage and old. Madrid went and stole the boss of copper wire, Bernardo Silva, and ignored the boss of diamond, Rodri. Would they regret it at the end of the season? Would Rodri be the difference between them and Barcelona at the end of the season?
I think it's going to make a very huge difference. It's going to a Rodri to Madrid would have been raps. I mean, it would have completed them in so many ways. With kind of midfield that they have currently, also with somebody like Jude Bellingham in their midfield playing alongside Rodri, would have been very terrifying for any opponent. I think Rodri adding to what we currently have with Barcelona side is very scary from Madrid side. Yes, it might be the difference this season. Last season they won the league without Rodri. This season, Madrid have still not copped a high-level midfielder that's supposed to be the number 4 to replace Tchouaméni, right? And definitely is not Camavinga, right? So if Bernardo Silva will be the one doing majority of the build-up, he still needs somebody that is as technical as he is and also as tactical as he is on the build-up level and also able to retain the ball, regain the ball. Not just on the ball, but also off the ball. That's what Rodri gives you. Rodri gives you a lot on the ball. It's technical, it's Spanish, and all of that. But also off the ball, as a number 4, he can regain the ball
control the
and
team.
also control the team and also go forward. So we saw some of those disadvantages of Tchouaméni in the World Cup. I feel like Manu Kone even had like. I felt safer. I felt safer with Manu Kone because on the ball it was good, off the ball it was also good. Rodri on the ball, off the ball was good. Tchouaméni on the ball maybe, off the ball nothing to write him about. So Rodri will be the difference between them, and I feel like in as much as Mourinho has come out to say, oh maybe it would have been nice to get Rodri, but they don't need him. That he has very great players. I expect a coach to say some things, but yes, I feel like it would have been so great if
Rodri will remind him later
if
anyway.
Rodri had gone ahead to the Madrid side of the La Liga, but to be going to the Barcelona side, I feel like they will compete for a very long period. They're going to dominate the Clásico for a very long period of time. But what Madrid have is the fierceness of Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho will never go down without fighting.
Well, in Hansi Flick, they have a German. Germans don't get aggressive like Portuguese. They're not loud, but they can hurt you without you knowing that they're hurting you.
Yeah.
Having said that, Barcelona does not have a centre forward. Lewandowski is gone. Ferran Torres is gone.
PSG scored
Back
2
to
goals
score,
yesterday.
And he scored 2 goals yesterday.
If
So,
PSG is getting a goal, that pay goal.
but
PSG will win Champions League.
I'm
again.
looking. Let's not.
And it was a comeback.
Don't start. Don't start. I'm looking at this
Back to
Barcelona
back.
team.
Okay.
If they don't sign Julian Alvarez, they don't get Victor Osimhen. There's a story of Victor Gyökeres. I don't know. And the window closes. Would they look at this transfer window and say they've made a mistake? Or they have enough material in them to go for the ultimate title? As Timothy has said, the Champions League.
I do think that with the style of play that the players at their disposal are able to play, they can do without an out-and-out striker, right?
Because yesterday was Rafinha through the middle.
I mean, we saw
Rafinha
it.
was the one that played through
We
the
saw
middle.
it in the World Cup, Spanish
What's the
national
problem?
team. We've also seen it like time and time over again. A lot of times that they've done it. Spanish sides are synonymous with not playing with out and out striker. Fabregas played in the 2012 Euros. Yeah, in the 2008 it was Fernando Torres, but in 2012 it was Fabregas. In the 2010 World Cup it was also Iniesta and all of those kind of things. David Villa and all of those kind of players. So they can always play Rafinha if he's fit through there. Then they also have the likes of Adeyemi now. They have the likes of Anthony Gordon now. Then there's Yamal. That's 4 at their disposal to pick 3 from that can always play along the front line. So yes, they can always do it. And now with a controller like Rodri, then obviously it means they're going to be having the ball a lot. They're going to be creating a lot of chances. Pedri, Gavi, and some of those guys. Yeah, they can always sustain them.
They also have Dani Olmo, who can also be a joker.
Is there a future where Barcelona tried to bring Fabian Ruiz to this team? And assemble the World Cup midfield like they had Busquets.
To be honest,
Xavi,
I
and
think if
Iniesta.
you're a Spanish midfielder and you want to go to a La Liga side, it's Barcelona.
Is the best place.
To be
Yeah.
honest, that's where you're going to thrive.
Okay. Now let's wrap it up with Champione. On Friday, I don't like Monday night and Friday night football. Chelsea's going to play tonight anyway. There was the fear that Arsenal might get shocked. Oh, the 4 league in England, the Premier League, the Championship, the League 1, League 2, Coventry City are the highest scoring team. They are a very difficult team to play. They have very tall defenders, very tall strikers. They have players that will trouble you, sleeky, everything. Arsenal have been conceding goals in the preseason. It doesn't look like they are ready. The win over Man City looked like a fluke, a change of manager. Have depressed the team. Arsenal is in for a shocker. But it didn't look like. The only thing that's changed in Arsenal's last 2 games is the fact that they don't have to depend on corner kick to score goals. They don't have to play boring football to win a match. What do you have to say about Arsenal?
I think for us now is plug and play, picking up from where they stopped last season. As champions, you want to lay a marker, and that's what Mikel Arteta has done. He's also spoken so tough ahead of the season to also fire up the players as well as fire up the fans, so that nobody's looking at complacency. Oh, okay, now we finally won the league. Everybody can calm down. No, it's come out to put fire in the hearts of the players as well, to say that we're trying to go again. Winning is very sweet. We want not only to feel that same spirit again. Now, he's now also made a very major change by also bringing on Christos Zolis on the left. So if all of you are satisfied with winning the Premier League, there's at least one more person that is very, very hungry to go again. So that's at least one player that wants to go, that wants to come and lay his own mark. And I think that's very great, because teams can get complacent over time. I've won it all. I've finally gotten over the line. But now he's brought in Zolis. There's also brought in somebody like Bruno Guimaraes. He's also gotten Ezri Konza. These are guys that also want to lay their own marker, that also want to win something with the team. So yes, so they want to impress. Also, I feel like last season, the likes of Bukayo Saka as well as Martin Odegaard didn't play as much role as they would have wanted to play. So this is another season to now go again. And now with the chips are down, the pressure is down. So now it's time for them to now also say, all right, we want to prove ourselves more, and then also go ahead. And it's not just the Premier League now. They've tested the Champions League final, so everybody wants to go again and gain that position, as well as get over the line in the Champions League. And also, when you look at the league, now we've seen Michael Carrick, Enzo Maresca, Andoni Iraola. Today we're going to see what Xabi Alonso is going to be doing. But if you look at all of the teams right now, you can say to yourself that, guys, this is the time to capitalize and go again this season. So I think that's enough. Enough motivation.
Before I go to Timothy, was there anything that got you worried in the Arsenal defense? As Saliba is not available, they've gone to get Ezri Konsa, but Mascara, came in. Is there any moment where you were worried?
The only reason why anybody is scared right now was that 65th, and I regret that 65th minute penalty that went wrong in the Champions League final. Up until that moment, Mosquera was flawless, slotting into the defense. The only reason anybody has any bother about Saliba being out till October was because of that penalty. It's unconsciously in people's minds about, Mosquera messed us up in that moment. He didn't make a prime
especially
decision.
in the season where you're not considered a penalty.
And do you understand? So up until that moment, Mosquera is one of the greatest talents to have come up to the La Liga. People still wonder why the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid did not snap it up. So,
thank God.
I mean, Ezri Konsa is even a plus to me, because I feel like we've also seen the likes of Mari Salmon. Yes, he's 16, he's 17. Paul Kubasi.
I love that Mari Salmon.
Paul Kubasi just won a World Cup at 19 or at 18, right? So Ezri Konsa is just an icing on the cake. Mosquera, Salmon, Arsenal are in good hands. I don't have any bother. And I think before we end the show, I also want to make a declaration. I don't know if I'm deceiving myself, but I also feel like I'm going to be disconnecting a bit from Arsenal this season. We've gotten over the line.
Why you won't disconnect?
Yeah, I just feel like
the MPFL is back, and he's got a job to do.
And I feel like my majority of my focus will be on Sporting Lagos in the MPFL. Arsenal, I didn't even watch the game against Coventry.
Yeah, you were busy.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing that day, but yeah,
fans
I didn't
engagement
watch the game
and all that stuff.
I didn't even watch the game, but I'll just be catching up on the side. But I'm just very excited that everybody should enjoy. We've won the league now.
Timothy, as we're wrapping up, producer just allowed this. Atalanta won Sassuolo at home 2-1. Torino lost at home to AC Milan 2-1. Juventus won away from home 1-0. The Venezia team that I was hoping, because of Ako Adams, I was really hoping. They lost at home 2-0 to Lecce. That's a bit. You know, that kind of like puts you in a place where you're worried.
Well,
But
I said it here now. I mean, I said it, and people felt maybe I was. The projection is that they look primed to go back to relegation, and that was my worry when it was going there. And I was concerned about the fact that as much as Sevilla wants to sell, your agent can still find you a better club. That's what my worry. So I was not surprised that they lost to Lecce.
then there was Napoli winning away from home, 2-0. Cagliari, who stopped AC Milan from making it to the Champions League last season. I will keep saying it. This Cagliari team went away and beat Parma 1-0. Inter Milan were did see. We're not mates. That's what they told Monza. Hey.
Olaf
Don't call me
there.
by my name. I'm not your colleague.
We're not doing that. I'm not used to those.
I'm not used to that Oyibo thing. We are Inter Milan. This is we're the defending champion. This is Giuseppe Meazza
I am
Stadium.
champions to you.
We are
I'm
champions.
not Inter.
I'm not Inter. Don't call me
Call
by
me
my
champions,
name. Call me
please.
champions.
But that
was,
Inter.
It was 4-1. There was so much annoyance to the goals. And then Maduka Okoye was in goal for 90 minutes as they drew 1-1 with Fabregas' Como. What's your whole rap from the Italian Serie A this weekend?
My best rap, of course, is the way we started because I would not have expected. I was expecting to win, but was too dominant, and the fact that many of the players have not even settled. Chanalulu
There's so many English boys in your team now.
Yeah, 3: John Stones, Spence, and Curtis Jones. But
In one window.
Imagine.
Lautaro Martinez is still not 100%. Thuram is, even the coach has said,
Now
it's
win
still not.
4-1, not the 100%.
No, it was not. He did not.
Bloody
He
show off.
left the game in the 50th or 60th minute. I can't remember the time, but he left just before. It's not. I'm just talking about the fact
pride.
that the team, and that's the reason why I'm so confident that they will retain the league. Of course, the league is not plug and play like that.
Bro, this is what they enjoy you. They will return the league, of course.
But I mean, they've recruited very well. I mean, Spence was not playing. Then there was Juve there. DeMarco, Augusto did not play. John Stones had to come in for Akonji. Bastoni played. Bisek played. We saw how he scored. What's his name? Suchi did not start. Mkhitaryan was not even in the match day squad. Marcus Thuram did not feature at all. Curtis Jones was there in the box corner. Jet Spence was also sitting in the box corner. I mean, there's so many things that the squad has. And another one was Juventus. I'm still skeptical. I watched their game, but I'm still skeptical about if they are ready or they are not ready. Because against Frosinone, what mattered, of course, was a win. They won the game, but I did not expect that they will struggle to get
they can
the
still
goal.
build up into the season.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's too early days. Another one was the fact that I expected Como to win against Udinese, but I mean they will not win all the games. And finally,
Maduka said no.
Milan, AC Milan with Ruben Amorim. I'm recording him. I'm still trying to see if because it's working for you right now. There is Chukwueze. Chukwueze was superb in yesterday's game. It was dazzling. Then Modric and Rabiot came in. They changed the dynamics of the game. Then they got their goals. I don't know how Ruben Amorim, if this 3-4-2-1 that he wants to play so ardently like he was the one that invented it. I don't know because
He has
now.
worked to other coaches now. Leave him.
So
Let him
that's what I'm saying. If he really wants to play it,
Amorim ball.
I don't know if it will work at AC Milan, but let's see how it goes. But yeah, that's my rap. But another beautiful one was seeing Esposito. Esposito last season was the guy that whenever he went to a duel, he would try his best, but it was always, that feeling of I'm a small boy, I go body you. But no, yes, against Monza, you can say maybe the quality of defenders, but even at that, you could still see the fact that no, for this game, go.
Pride, that's my pride. Pride.
Don't win league now.
Pride.
Don't win.
As we wrap up, I have this to say to you and Inter Milan. There's a Bible verse for you. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. King James Version says,
Speak, Pastor
pride
Matthew.
goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. When Inter Milan fail to win the title, I'll remind you of this verse. Thank you very much,
If
everyone.
we don't win the title, we'll win the Champions League.
Your portal.
They ought to.
Nigeria.
They ought to.
Inter Milan.
Have you forgotten that in 2023,
I no one forgot or remember anything.
you.
Please, guys, click on the link in the description
Please
of
clip
this
clip
video.
that. Clip where
And
he said that.
kindly join our FPL. How did the FPL team do last? this weekend.
Interestingly, I decided last season that I was not going to play FPL, so I'm not playing FPL this season.
I have a team. I
And
don't
I've
know.
decided
I
not
never
to.
check my shame. No make me check. I don't for Chelsea because I think I'll get like 5 points. I think I'll get like.
Good luck with
Arsenal win. I
FPL.
have 3 Arsenal players in my team, and Bukayo Saka scored. Right, he's my vice captain, so there should be something there. But please join our FPL, and you stand the chance of winning truckload of gifts: mobile phone, laptop, money, AirPod, iPad, like the one I have, and lot more. So take your chance and win something for yourself. God bless you and have yourself a wonderful day. Don't worry, when I come back next week, I will quote more Bible scripture for these 2 people. Say they want to talk to
Pastor Matthew,
They go
Gbegbe.
see themselves. Have a lovely week ahead of you, my people. Bye. Don't be late, Pastor.